living species run from the crude jawless lampreys and hagfishes through the cartilaginous sharks, skates, and beams to the bounteous and various hard fishes. Most fish species are cutthroat, nonetheless, one species, the Opa Lamprus gutidus, is warm-blooded. Fish are a critical asset for people around the world, particularly as nourishment. Let's discuss about scariest-looking fishes in the world. Business and subsistence fishers chase fish in wild fisheries, sea angling, or ranch them in lakes or in enclosures in the sea, sea aquaculture. They are additionally gotten by recreational fishers, kept as pets, raised by fish keepers, and displayed in open aquaria. Fish have had a job in culture through the ages, filling in as gods, religious images, and as the subjects of workmanship, books and motion pictures. Here are 10 scariest-looking fishes in the world. Scariest-looking fishes. 1. Blobfish. The blobfish is the perfect cross between ugly and scary. We mean that in that it is so ugly it scares us. The blobfish is a remote ocean fish. Blobfish are commonly shorter than 30 centimeters 12 in. They live at profundities somewhere in the range of 600 and 1,200 meters 2,000 and 3,900 feet, where the weight is 60 to multiple times as incredible as a different dimension. Blobfish are regularly gotten as bycatch in base trawling nets. It occupies the profound waters off the banks of Territory Australia and Tasmania, just as the waters of New Zealand. It is also listed as one of the ugliest animals in the world. 2. Frilled shark. One of the scariest-looking fishes in the world, the frilled shark is one of two surviving types of shark, with a wide yet inconsistent circulation in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It has been gotten as profound as 1,570 meters, in spite of the fact that it is exceptional underneath 1,200 meters. In Suruga Bay, Japan, it is most regular at profundities of 50 to 200 meters. Displaying a few crude highlights, the frilled shark has frequently been named a living fossil. It achieves a length of 2 meters and has a dull dark-colored, eel-like body with the dorsal, pelvic, and butt-centric blades set far back. The frilled shark may catch prey by blowing its body and rushing forward like a snake. It bolsters principally on cephalopods, just as hard fishes and different sharks. Frilled sharks are periodic bycatch in business fisheries, however, has minimal financial esteem. 3. Asian sheepshead wrasse. The Asian sheepshead wrasse, Semicocyphus reticulatus, is a type of wrasse, one of the biggest, local toward the western Pacific Ocean, where it is just known from Korean Peninsula, China, Japan, and the Ogasawara Islands, where it occupies rough reef zones. It can achieve 100 centimeters in complete length, and the best weight recorded for this species is 14.7 kilogram. This species is esteemed as a sustenance fish in its local range. This fish is entirely startling and appears as though it could pack one mean headbutt should you come into contact with it. We won't swim close to this one. 4. Coffin fish. The coffin fish is a base occupant that regularly has red or pinkish shading to it. Its facial highlights are extended and it's simply extremely alarming to take a gander at. The coffin fish is types of ocean amphibian. It is found in salty calm waters of southwestern Pacific, off the east shore of Australia. It tends to be likewise found in profundities of 164 to 984.3 feet. They have a globose and prickly body that develops to a most extreme length of 22.0 centimeters and a dark mouth lining and an elysium on the nose that can be brought down into a score. It is one of the scariest looking fishes in the world. 5. Frogfish. Frogfishes are found in practically all tropical and subtropical seas and oceans around the globe, the essential special case being the Mediterranean Sea. Frogfishes are little, short and stocky, and here and there shrouded in spinnules and different limbs to help in disguise. The disguise helps in assurance from predators and empowers them to bait prey. Numerous species can change shading, some are secured with different living beings, for example, green growth or hydrozoa. With regards to this disguise, frogfishes regularly move gradually, lying and hang tight for prey, and after that striking incredibly quickly, in as meager as 6 milliseconds. 6. Stargazer. Part of the stargazer's weirdness and scary features comes from the fact that it is often buried in the sand. It's like seeing a terrifying face with scary teeth in the sand. The stargazers are a family, Uranoscopidae, of perciform fish that have eyes over their heads, thus the name. The family incorporates around 51 species, one wiped out, in 8 genera, all marine and found worldwide in shallow and profound salt waters. Notwithstanding the best-mounted eyes, a stargazer likewise has a substantial, upward-confronting mouth in a huge head. Their typical propensity is to cover themselves in the sand and jump upwards to trap prey, benthic fish and spineless creatures that pass overhead. A few animal types have a worm-molded jaw coming out of the floors of their mouths, which they can squirm to pull in prey's consideration. Both the dorsal and butt-centric balances are generally long, some need dorsal spines. Stargazers are a delicacy in certain societies. The venom isn't harmful when eaten, and they can be found available to be purchased in some fish markets with the electric organ evacuated. It is one of the scariest-looking fishes in the world. 7. Vampire fish. The teeth on a vampire fish are sufficient to make you pivot, swim for the surface and swim for land. Regardless of its name, the vampire fish does not suck blood. Rather, it utilizes its immense teeth on its lower jaws, which can grow up to 5 centimeters long, to skewer littler fishes before gulping down them. At the point when its mouth is shut, these teeth fit into funnel-shaped nasal spaces in its upper jaws, which keep the fish from cutting itself. The vampire fish is here and there depicted as a silver rocket with a mentality. It assaults prey at rapid and streaks away similarly as quick. Its quality, stamina and shouting runs make it a solid foe for fishers, and a mainstream game fish. 8. Pufferfish. The spikes on the pufferfish are enough to drive you away from it. A pufferfish is a group of fish, with around 100 species. They are otherwise called the blowfish, fugu, shellfish, and globefish. They are known as the pufferfish since when they are undermined, they puff up to about twice their typical size by swallowing water. One of the scariest-looking fish in the world, the pufferfish can swim at just about a large portion of their typical speed. Pufferfish are by and large accepted to be the second most toxic vertebrates on the planet, after the brilliant toxic substance frog. Most pufferfish are found in subtropical and tropical marine waters, counting coral reefs, in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. A few puffers live in saline and crisp water. 9. Dunkleosteus. Dunkleosteus is a wiped-out class of arthrodere placoderm fish that existed amid the late Devonian time frame, about 358 to 382 million years back. The name Dunkleosteus joins the Greek osteus, signifying bone, and Dunkel, to pay tribute to David Dunkel of the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. It comprises of 10 species, some of which are among the biggest placoderms to have at any point living. The biggest species, D. terrelli, grew up to 6 meters (19.7 feet) long and 1.1 short tons in weight. Hardly any different placoderms matched Dunkleosteus in size. Dunkleosteus could immediately open and close its jaw, similar to current suction feeders, and had a nibble power of 6000 N, 612 kef, 1349 lb. At the tip and 7400 N, 755 kef, 1664 lb. At the edge. Various fossils of the different species have been found in North America, Poland, Belgium, and Morocco. 10. Lionfish. The lionfish is a wild-looking animal with ornamentations and spikes. This is one of the special cases to our appalling and startling standard in light of the fact that while it is somewhat unnerving, there is something very lovely about the hues and stripes. These fish are likewise very venomous. The lionfish is a rapacious fish local to the Indo-Pacific that is currently an intrusive species in the Atlantic. Lionfish have particular dark-colored or maroon, and white stripes or groups covering the head and body. They have beefy appendages over their eyes and beneath the mouth, fan-like pectoral balances, since quite a while ago, isolated dorsal spines, 13 dorsal spines, 10 to 11 dorsal delicate beams, 3 butt-centric spines, and 6 to 7 butt-centric delicate beams. A grown-up lionfish can develop as substantial as 18 inches, while adolescents might be as little as 1 inch or less. Lionfish have cycloid scales. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel.